Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been a while since I got on, but I just decided to jump on today and I am just going to dive right into it. So, this whole past, I want to say about this past week that I've kind of been going through, I've learned a lot of things about myself. Some things I'm super excited and proud of, and other things not so proud of. So basically, jumping right into it. I am absolutely a control freak, and it took me a long time to realize that that was kind of a bad thing. Just growing up, I did everything that I could to get the best thing that I could out of things. So I went to school, I was an honor roll student, and so going through that whole process and then journeying into owning my own business, I realized something that I was a total control freak and a workaholic, which some of you guys might have seen my post. And I realized recently that that was actually stopping me from my business. It was stopping me from growing in my business. It was stopping me from seeing success in my business because I was just going all the time and not just being in the present, being in the present where I was at, being in the moment. And I always felt that like when I was taking breaks or when I wanted to do something fun or if I wanted to hang out with friends, I felt like no, because I need to get things done. I need to do things, and it was actually hindering me because it was something that was blocking me from receiving so much more. And it took a really good friend of mine, she'll know who it is, to just allow me to realize that I need to get control of that. Not really get control of that, but just be in the present and be mindful of the things that I was doing, and I was exhausted and I was killing myself really. And I realized, and it took a lot for me to realize that that was such a bad thing. It was stopping my business from going because I felt like growing up, I felt like if you do all these things, this is what's going to happen. You'll get these things, you'll get good things, you'll get everything that you want to because you'll do all these steps. And it's not the case. Recently, I've really been diving into my true self and realizing that it's completely a mindset thing. It is about, I was always saying it, it's 80% mindset, but it's 20% strategy. But I wasn't really living that out. I wasn't really, fulfilling that in my online business. I was going 100% of the time, trying to figure out new things, trying to do things, because I thought that's what would get me success. And it wasn't that. I realized very quickly, not very quickly, just recently, that this was what's stopping me. And ever since then, I've shifted the way I do things. I literally set a schedule of like I'm working from 10 to 3. And if I do that, I do that. If I start a little bit later, I start a little bit later. If I want a break, I take a break. If I want to go out with a friend, I go out with a friend. But I do things because I know that it's good for my inner self. And it's good to know and believe that the system and everything is going to work on its own. Everything's going to work on its own path, and everything that I'm in full alignment from top to bottom, and that I'm going to receive everything that I truly believe is for me. And I don't have to kill myself to do it. I have to put in a ton of work constantly, consistently to only get the results that I want. And I'm looking down because I have a couple notes for you guys. I don't want to forget. But it was really just realizing that I needed to let go of things. I needed to let go of control of things. Of if I do this, if I do that, it'll work. If I don't do this, it won't work. If I don't put in this work, it will work. It won't work, and vice versa. I finally let go, and that's when I started seeing a major shift and a true shift. The business started excelling, the things started happening, things around me were just flourishing, and me as a person, I was feeling fulfilled, and I was feeling not so exhausted. I was less stressed out, and I was just in the moment, which I've heard so many people do that, and I realized, if I'm being blatantly honest, I was always so frustrated. If I would see people like enjoying their day or being super successful in the business, but they, had posts about enjoying their day at something, doing something, not work. And I was just like, why is this? why is this that I'm doing all this work, but I'm getting absolutely nothing out of it? And I realized that was the problem. It wasn't that these people were fulfilling their dreams, fulfilling their life, and doing the things that they enjoy doing. It was really about me, about realizing that I was the problem. Was stopping myself from receiving all this goodness because I felt like I had to force everything and I had to push everything and I had to overwork myself and overstrain myself. And it wasn't the case. It's not the case. And it's not anybody's case. I now know full well, when you're in the right path and you're feeling successful and you know that you are going to deserve and you're going to receive everything that's in alignment with you, everything starts flowing so easily. And I've heard so many people say that, I never was like, oh yeah, yeah, it'll come flow. I got this whole mindset thing. But when I started realizing and I took a step back and I took a really good friend of mine to just basically tell me straight up, you need to stop this and you need to just enjoy and be in the moment and trust it. That's when everything shifted, everything clicked, everything started flowing in true honesty. I realized that this was what was stopping me. All through my life, the last point I'm kind of going to touch on was that I was overstressing myself and overworking myself, even with the business I had before, and I still wasn't getting anywhere. I still was barely getting by, and I still, was, hey Yadi, I'm so glad that helps you. And I was still barely getting by and I wasn't where I needed to be. And now I realize that from a very small age, I was taught this mindset and this was engraved in my brain. And if I didn't do this, then I couldn't have this. And it's not true. I'm here to tell everybody that's listening, or if you watch the replay, comment replay too. I always want to connect with people that are watching. But anyways, regardless, I'm here to tell you that it's okay to take time to rest. And if you're not feeling fulfilled, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling worn out, if you're feeling overworked, if you're feeling, like, what the heck is going on? Why am I not getting the results that I need? Then really take a step back, realize what stages are you at. If it needs to be a shift in career, if it needs to be a shift in your daily life, if it needs to be a shift in anything that is hindering you from receiving that goodness, then take that step. Take that step. And if it means resting, rest, because your body is telling you something it's telling you that you are not in alignment and something's off. And when you receive everything that you are meant to receive, everything has to be in alignment. Everything needs to just be at peace and at ease, and just receive all of that goodness. And it took a lot for me to realize that. And I don't ever want someone to get to that point where it's killing their body and it's really doing an internal, transformation that's not in a good way, because it will not get you to where you need to be. It will not get you to that path that you were meant to be. And it is blocking you. It is blocking you from receiving everything that you can receive and that you're going to receive and you have right now. It's in your hands. And when you shift that thinking and you really control yourself in doing that part, it takes a lot for me. I'm not one of those kind of people that can just take time off and do whatever. It takes a lot for me to take time off because I felt like I couldn't do that. And it's not the case. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they can't, because I promise you, when you do, when you dive in, when you receive everything that you're supposed to receive, and you're living the life that you're supposed to live, and really just enjoying your day, enjoying your loved ones, being present and being grateful for the things that you do have, even if it's not where you want to be. And even if it's not the things that maybe you had in mind, but being in the present and being so grateful for that, it will teach you to just be at rest and be at peace and feel that momentum, that drive, and then you will take off full-fledged. So if this has impacted anybody, just please let me know. Reach out. I would love to talk with you guys. I would love to just hear your heart, hear your story. I'm always here. And comment anything that you're thinking or that maybe that you're going through, or how this actually connected to you, because I'm so I want to hear about all of that. I want to hear, the journeys, the struggles, the heartaches, the fun parts, the motivational things that will keep us all going to the things that we need to go through and get through as a community, as a team, because if that person wouldn't have told me straight out, you need to rest, I probably would still be doing the same thing I was doing and I would be getting absolutely nowhere. And so for me, it was having that realization and having that group and community of people that can straight up tell you. And I'm actually going to leave a link on here because I actually started a group and I'm inviting, anybody that's an entrepreneur or that mindset of like owning their own business and really seeing the importance of mindset and how much it makes a difference in your business. And I'm going to be sharing value of how I was able to get to where I'm at with my business and how I can now enjoy, the time and the energy that I have to do the things that I love doing and still make an income through it all. And so I'm here to share that journey. I'm here to help, people live their absolute best life. And so I'm gonna leave the link if you're interested in joining. Go ahead and join. If not, I will still keep dropping value. And I hope to talk to you guys so soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.